Hi, I'm Steve Saloy with FranchiseFrankness.com. Today we're going to speak about commercial real estate brokers. And just a reminder, if you haven't already, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. So, do you need a real estate broker? The answer to that question is yes and no. Typically, landlords do business with brokers, so a broker is going to have a better idea of what the industry can withstand within that area. They're going to be able to bring a more competent tenant to the landlord. Typically, the landlord's going to take you more serious if you're introduced by a broker than if you're calling on your own trying to sit down with somebody to discuss the possibility of renting space. So there's two types of brokers. There's a landlord broker and there's your broker. The landlord's broker is going to be the one that represents the landlord. They're going to be given all the particulars, what it is that the landlord's willing to give up, not give up, pricing and so forth. Your broker represents you. A landlord's broker represents the landlord. Do not confuse the two. So who pays your real estate broker? Typically in the deals that I've been a part of, 99% of them, the landlord pays your real estate broker a commission based off of the lease. I've never paid a broker and I never will. But you need to make sure that you understand that, because I have seen it written into leases before that the tenant, meaning you, is going to be responsible. So make sure you're clear on that. The way that a real estate broker gets paid, the one that's representing you, is the landlord will take the full term of the lease, the first term initially, typically, and they get about 6% is given of the base rent. So if you have a 4,000 square foot site and you're paying a base rent of $25 and it's for a 10-year period of time, then you're talking about $1 million over the course of the first term, 6% being $60,000. Typically, if the landlord has a representative on site, they'll receive 3% and your broker will receive 3% of that commission. And that's how it works. This is a good point. Never, ever use a residential broker for a commercial real estate deal. A commercial real estate deal understands how the commercial market works. Please, this is important. You may know a real estate broker. If they're not a commercial real estate broker, you are not going to get good representation. Don't play games with this. So what should you expect from your real estate broker? Your real estate broker should be out there looking for potential sites for you. They're the ones that are going to take the knowledge of what it is that you're trying to accomplish, your concept. They're going to go out into the market, they're going to discuss it with different shopping centers and so forth, and they'll bring them back to you. You'll go on some sort of a site tour, and they'll assist you in narrowing it down to the site that you want to be a part of. They're going to supply you with demographic information. They should give you all the particulars in regards to your concept. If there's a specific need that you have, be it electrical or physical or zoning, this is something that you would represent through them to the landlord, so that you could be assured that what it is that what you need is going to be in place. They'll help you construct the LOI, the letter of intent, which is what the lease will embody. They're your eyes and ears out in the commercial world. Your obligation is to make sure that your needs are clear and concise. So what don't you get, or what don't you want, more importantly? A real estate broker, the one representing you, should not be the one who negotiates your lease. They can help you with the lease, certainly on the LOI, where you put out your initial payment, what you expect to pay per square foot and so forth. But negotiating a lease is not where their expertise is, and nor should you lean on them for that. You have your own due diligence to do. You're going to need to negotiate your own lease. Once this deal is signed, they're gone. You're left with whatever decisions were made, and there is no liability that falls back on them in the event that you made a mistake. So please understand, their main function is to locate the site that you need for your particular concept. Beyond that, it all falls on you. So make sure you line up the right people for your deals. Remember, when dealing with a real estate broker, you need multiple sites. Don't get set on one single site. Remember, they want to get paid, so make them earn the dollars that they're going to get from the landlord. You need multiple sites. If everything that you need is in this one location and it falls through, you're going to be back to the drawing board. So make sure that you're working multiple sites. Any of those deals you would move forward with if they fall within the right context of what it is that you're trying to accomplish. But do not rest your whole existence based off of one site. Remember, real estate takes time. This is not a portion of the deal where you rush into it. You have got to take your time. If it becomes frustrating and you start to lower your standards and start looking at sites that you otherwise wouldn't want to be a part of, you're going to make a mistake and you're going to pay for it in the long term. The real estate broker is there to work for you. Let this process play itself out. Do not lower your standards. Take your time, because once this deal is signed, it's yours. And if you've made a mistake, you have nobody that you can go back on. The liability ends with you. So please understand, I've seen this take 2 years. It has to be done right. It is the biggest decision that you'll make after you decide what franchise you're going to go with. So take your time and make sure it's right. I'm Steve Sloey, and if you've enjoyed this video, please visit our website at franchisefrankness.com. Thank you.